Hey everybody, it's Pesh here, and I wanted to take just a quick minute to let you look over my shoulder while I took care of sort of the status reports, and really what I plan to do every Friday. I'm going to carve out 30 minutes to an hour on Fridays to tackle this administrative stuff here, and I think once you see what I go through, it actually should be a little bit easier. First things first, though, on SE activity tracking, I just want to say that I've done that before for the set team when I was on the set team, and it was it was definitely a little bit of a shock at first, but once we realized, the information that was being pulled from it and what, my management and their management was looking for, it made it a whole lot easier to just deal with. And what I mean by that is that there really wasn't a concern about how many hours I was logging. It was just that I was logging the activity so that we could identify, where we were working. And certainly, there would be a little bit of a comparison if, say, a person happened to be on I don't know, a POC for 4 weeks straight. That showed a lot more activity, although it was chunked into big, bulky chunks there. I don't think we'll run into that at all with us. So there shouldn't be a concern really around kind of the comparison. But I think just as long as we're putting our notes in there and updating the flag for SC Tech validation, and also just helping make sure that we have the eValue prompter information in there when we can, we'll be good to go. So here's what it looks like. And basically my three main tools here are my calendar, obviously, so I can look back at what I've done, and Evernote, because I'm keeping my notes now in Evernote. I've tried to find a way to digitize my handwritten notes, and it's not working out. So I've just buckled and got a Bluetooth keyboard for my iPad, and I keep track through Evernote. When that's out of power, of course, I've got my laptop, but either way, I've got the ability to take notes for my meetings. So here's what I do. I also, of course, need Salesforce. So what I've done is I've created a report, and I'll share with you guys in a separate message on how I've created this report here. But basically, I'm looking for all of the deals, regardless of their status, all of the opportunities, rather, any opportunity, but that are in my territories, my primary field sales territories. So when I go in here, and let's just say I'm looking back at my calendar, and I want to put in my notes for City of San Antonio. Here we go. I've got my City of San Antonio notes here in Evernote. Just going to copy them. I'm going to look through my reports. Sorry for the coughing. I've got a toddler joining me for the recording today, so I know some of you can relate. So let me do a search for San Antonio, and I've got City of San Antonio. Here's the opportunity. I'm going to click on that opportunity. Wait for it to load, and then I'm going to go to Open Activities, New Task, SE Activity, clicking Continue, and I'll say Meeting on, this was 225. And then I'll put in whatever next steps I have in here as well. Okay. I'll continue to fill this out here. My activity type was we were in a presentation. The date was on 225. Prep hours, not sure. That's 90 minutes there and back, so that's 3 hours for me for travel. Okay, solution 1. We're talking about a little bit of vCloud, a little bit of vRealize Suite here as well. So I'm going to hit vRealize Suite. Very advanced, and we talked about vCloud. Sorry, vCloud Air. I believe this is the one that I would tag here because there isn't any other one that's just vCloud Air. It's not vCloud Air Director that we talked about, but there that was. I'm going to make sure I put my status to complete, and I don't need a reminder, and I don't need an email notification. And I've got an error. Oh, okay, work hours, cool. So this was 90 minutes, so 1.5 hours. And actually, this is live, so you get to see me make all my mistakes. Had about an hour talking about vCloud or vRealize Suite, and then about a half hour talking about vCloud Air. Now we should save it. All right, and that was it as far as putting that input in there. So let's say I took in all of my activities here, right? And then I put them into Salesforce. This is a really good time for me to go ahead and update my status report, so I can take the key nuggets out of there and update my status report there. That'll take about 10 or 15 minutes maybe to put that together. And then I want to come and take a look at my dashboards here. So, little shortcut I noticed here. If you see the page loading with all the little spinny things here, you can still go ahead and click refresh, and it'll still bring it up to the latest information while waiting about the same amount of time. So while we wait here, all right, the main areas I'm going to take a look at right here are my stage 2 to 5 forecasted ops, and this will link me out to those opportunities here. And we've done some changes here for the better, actually. And one of the things, oops, I should probably go to one that actually has some opportunities listed. So let me go to the next one. 2 to 5 stage upside opportunities. I'm going to click there. And you'll notice now that we've got the opportunity ID, which was all I would have needed to just search on another tab. But we've also got the link here as well. So Scott was able to work that out. So you can link straight over to the opportunity and update that tech validation flag. So I'm going to go ahead and click into here real quick. And it says in progress. So this actually took place yesterday. So while I'm in here, I may as well. I'm going to go ahead and tag that as complete. We had a really, really good meeting with the folks at UT Austin regarding vCloud Air and how to incorporate that in some of their use cases. So we'll mark that as saved, and then you can go back a couple pages here to my dashboard or to the report and repeat as necessary. So I'm going to refresh this now, and you should see this drop out or drop down to 0. Cool, and it did. Great, so I'm all set. Just making sure that these flags are set here. Now I'm going to come all the way down here, and I'm going to take a look at my top deals without business issues. So within an eValue prompter, this is where I would see my list of the ones that are top deals. Now this filters for deals over 100,000, but Scott has advised me to focus on deals that are over $250,000. So if it's over $250,000, we need to make sure that we have an eValue prompter in there and that it's listing obviously the business issue. Otherwise, it'll show up on this kind of hit list. So that's it for this one territory. And let me switch up to my other territory here, Texas Education, and I'll click refresh. See how it was already spinning? Went ahead and clicked refresh, and we'll see that it's going to take about the same amount of time, except I didn't have to sit and watch them spin for the first load of the page. Guys, I'm sorry if this is taking a little bit of time and a little bit boring, but I wanted to actually walk through, live here. I'm not going to edit out those waiting times, just so you can see, what it actually takes as far as kind of a time commitment. Okay, so here, forecasted ops, upside ops. Let's take a look at my upside ops. And let's look through Stephen F. Austin. Yep, the police project, got this. I've been on that one there. This is a VDI opportunity. Been working with the EUC team here as well, so I've already done my step in here for technical validation, and we've engaged already with the EUC team. Partnering with a really good partner here, SQL Data System, for that. I'm going to go on back to my report. And Mary Hardin Baylor, just spoke with those guys yesterday, so let me go ahead and click on that opportunity here. And this is completely 100% complete. Been dealing with vSAN sizing with them. Let's go back to last one here. So this is a view. Oh, this is the view part for Mary Hardin Baylor. And same situation here. We've got them engaged, and actually they're ready to place the order here. So let me go back to my report. I just want to run this report one more time just so I can see if it clears these out, and it did. So I'll head on back to my dashboards. So Texas Ed, great. Here we go. My upside opportunities was what it was, but let me refresh it now to make sure that that clears out. And there we go. So then I scroll on down here to make sure that I have nothing over $250,000 without a business issue. And I am done. So that's it. I'm not sure how long this took. I didn't keep a timer going on it, but maybe it was about 10 minutes there. Granted, I only updated one of my meetings here, but it's very easy for me to go ahead and grab the same bit here and just copy and paste and create another activity in there as well. Those activities tend to go very, very quick when I'm just updating them in Salesforce. So I think if I budget myself somewhere between 30 and 45 minutes, maybe block out an hour just to, isolate myself from any sort of distractions and make sure I've tied up anything else here as well. I think I'll have plenty of time if I tackle that on Friday. So I should be able to get done with my status report. I should also be able to be done with all of my hygiene within Salesforce for that week. That's it. I hope this helps. If you have any questions, please give me a shout or shoot me an email. I'm happy to help and record any other video if it's helpful. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.